Hi there, friendo. Should be a disclaimer at the start of the video about maybe not watching this if you don't want to talk about LGBT issues, which, like, you can watch it anyway, I just don't think you're going to want to watch it, is the thing. So that's just me warning you out loud in case, like my RPG character Evelyn Gray, you don't read. On a different note, I have been having trouble sleeping lately, and I don't think it's because of my new piercings, which you might be judging me for all I know. They're called angel bites, they're pretty cute. I think that the reason why I haven't been able to sleep is because I've sort of started buying things online, like Invader Sim shirts that still have old school Hot Topic tags on them, which is pretty edgy, as I've never been known to be before. I feel like I might need to put my glasses on for this. You all take me seriously. Do you take me seriously yet? So this is a two-part video because I've tried filming this over and over and it just hasn't been working because there's just so much information. So here's the first part, which is about my sexuality exclusively. So when I was about 15 or 16, I was going to Catholic school. Wow, it was just a trip because they talk about LGBT issues and they talk about how LGBT people commit sins when they do certain things. And I remember one day I went in class, what if I never want to do those things, but I want to be with a partner of the same sex as me? And the teacher got really confused. The teacher went, well, everyone wants to do the thing. The sex. Everyone wants to do the sex at some point. And I went, I don't think I do, though. The teacher went, you'll be tempted to do the sex. And I went, but what if I wasn't? Theoretically. Let's say I wasn't. And she went, concupiscence. It's the fact that mankind has a fallen nature. So that means that you will be sexually attracted to people. So I learned about the ace spectrum a little while after the conversation. And I went, well, I can't call myself asexual. I've never been in a relationship. I don't know if I would be sexually attracted to someone eventually. But I went, maybe I could be demisexual, which means that I'm just not immediately attracted to people. So I started telling people I was demisexual, and people started being like, that just sounds like being straight. And I went, yeah, basically, because I went to a Catholic school and I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm super gay and everyone needs to hate me right now. That would have been a bad idea. Well, I left Catholic school when I was 17, and that's when I decided I am asexual and I'm not going to pretend that I'm not. And I remember the next time I visited my friends back from my Catholic school, they heard that I was asexual and they went, yeah, but you're still straight, right? And I went, no, I'm asexual. And they went, yeah, but besides that, you're straight. And I went, no, besides being asexual, I'm asexual. And they went, well, would you ever date a girl? And I went, well, you know, I think that as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to have sex with anybody. So maybe their genitals don't matter to me. I don't know. Maybe. And I was really vague about it. The thing is, after I came out of the closet, I didn't have anyone telling me anymore that I couldn't be asexual because it wasn't real. Because I know that I'm not sexually attracted to people, and that's just who I am. That's the way that I interact with the world, and I don't think that that should be some huge taboo thing, even though, like, I'm really nervous to put this on YouTube. It really scares me, because I'm scared that a lot of you will not like me anymore because I'm asexual, or because I'm biromantic, or any of the above. wow. So I came out as demisexual when I was in my sophomore, junior year of high school. I came out as asexual the next year. I came out as asexual biromantic on the day that Trump got elected. And then 4 months after that, on my birthday, I came out to my dad. And my dad was the one who was a big supporter of Catholic schools. So that was pretty nerve-wracking. And I still remember when immediately after I came out of the closet to him, he goes, "I think the world is too focused on LGBT rights when we should be more focused on religious rights." And by religious rights, he doesn't mean like Muslims, Jewish people, or like any other religion. He means Christianity. And I figured that out because he went on to talk about how we were discriminating against Christians. Which leads in to some things that I have to talk about. I found this fun post on a Christian page, and this picture is about how gay people discriminate against Christians. Which, okay, I'm sure that there are plenty of gay people who don't like Christians, and there are plenty of Christians who don't like gay people, but Christians have rights, and gay people don't always have rights, and that's the difference. On another late night on Facebook, this was, maybe a month ago, I got in a Facebook fight with a high school friend of mine, and didn't mean for it to start out as a fight, so, I mean, I know that doesn't change anything. I still got into a fight, and I'm still, like, morally culpable, as the Catholics would say. The issue was, this friend posted a picture where someone was saying that the Catholic Church was discriminatory, and she said, "The Catholic Church doesn't discriminate against anyone, we welcome everyone." What I said to this girl was that I felt really uncomfortable because when I came out as asexual, a lot of the people in the church told me it wasn't real. Some people would like stop me and like ask questions, make sure I was still straight, and I felt like that was really inappropriate. When I dated someone for this first time, they used they, them pronouns, and my friends would not use them, and the person felt really hurt by that. And so I finished it off by saying that I understand a lot of people in the church are welcoming and not really, like, discriminatory, and a lot of the church dogma doesn't say anything about, like, being mean. Like, it doesn't say, oh, we should go and be mean to people. It says we should love people. That's what Jesus said. But I said that sometimes that wasn't really in place, and sometimes people didn't do that. This girl, she says, "You say you're asexual." Yeah. You say you're asexual, but, you also say you like girls and guys. I like people of similar genders to mine and different genders from mine. Yes, that is correct. She goes, "Well, in your last YouTube video, you said, 'I'm gay,' repeatedly. And last time you visited, you frequently told us that you were a lesbian." So I explained that being asexual and being biromantic were not contradictory, because sexual attraction and romantic attraction are two different things. And so she said, "Oh, alright, I didn't know that." And I was like, "Yeah, cool, the more you know." And she was really nice. And then I said, "Also, the thing about me being gay, that's like a meme that queer people use. We just say 'I'm gay' as a blanket term." And the lesbian thing was a Scott Pilgrim reference, because I was saying, "Oh, I'm in Lesbians with my partner." Which, outdated meme, but, you know, that's me. I only wear hipster glasses for the show. So the girl is really nice, and she goes, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't understand, but now I do, and that's good to know." And she goes, "I'm really sorry you've been discriminated against, but I do believe that, like, we need to protect the Catholic Church." And I went, ooh, see, I went to Catholic school for 11 years, and I identified as Catholic until maybe 6 months ago. I started kind of like distancing myself about a year ago, but I think it was only 6 months ago that I really stopped being like, I'm Catholic! So, this is an adventure. I don't know if you know this, but in my home state of Kansas, you can be fired for being LGBT. You can be fired for absolutely no reason. That's exciting. And that is one of the main reasons why I feel like LGBT people need more rights. I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to fire someone for being LGBT. And I think about discrimination against LGBT people in Kansas a lot. I'm trying to find ways to talk about this without making everyone hate me, I guess, is the thing. I know that a lot of people who watch my channel are conservative people who like to laugh at me, and I know that a lot of people who watch my channel are people who are like super SJWs and are like otherkin and think that I'm catkin and whatever, which I'm not. I'm not catkin, obviously. I can get out my cat ears if that would make this more bearable to listen to, but no. All in all, I feel like I've gotten off pretty scot-free with discrimination for most of my life. I was very straight passing until college, and I definitely might or might not have thrown away a kid's homework once and didn't get into trouble because I was a cute little innocent girl. So I'm definitely not one to talk about like being wronged by society. But I do think that LGBT discrimination is real, and I don't think that Christian discrimination is a widespread issue in the United States. That isn't to say that that people don't discriminate against Christians at any point, because there are definitely people who are mean to Christians. Like, the difference is that LGBT people are a minority group that have only recently gained rights and don't have all their rights yet, and Christian people are a very large group of people who really dominate statistics in the United States and in a lot of countries. Not every country, obviously. There's still Christian discrimination like across the world, but a lot of our country was founded on certain religious freedoms, among others, and it's very hard to look at Christians and see the benefits that they get and see them as a discriminated against group. I think a really big issue that a lot of people like to bring up to me is the whole wedding cakes thing, where they say that a baker shouldn't be forced to provide a wedding cake for a couple. And I guess I just feel a little bit off-put by that because, well, in Kansas, LGBT people can be fired for being like gay, lesbian, bi, trans, etc. They're not going to like fire someone who's literally not doing their job. If your job is to bake wedding cakes, then that's your job. And if you aren't comfortable baking wedding cakes, then I don't know why that's your occupation. You can refuse service to people, but you can't refuse service to people based on like discrimination. And that's just a really fundamental concept to me. I don't understand how some people are confused about this. This is a very difficult topic for me to discuss because it's one, very personal, and two, I know that a lot of people who watch my channel aren't going to agree with me. Friends from home, people who I've met online who I know are conservative, just all sorts of people aren't going to be happy with this. And that's rough because I really want to make people happy and I really don't want to be a person who you just unsubscribe from because I make you miserable, you know? I mean, I'm fine if you unsubscribe from me, but like I don't want you to have like a bad taste in your mouth because of me. But I have been both a Christian and an LGBT person, and I have never experienced anyone who has belittled me for being a Christian. And I know that when I came out as LGBT, when I was in Catholic school, I received a very negative treatment, and I think a lot of that is just because there's a large power structure in the Catholic Church that makes it very difficult to uphold the original messages of, you know, like love and kindness and forgiveness and stuff like that. This video has been really disorganized because it's been very candid for me, but I guess what I wanted to say is that sometimes people who you don't think about are discriminated against, and certain groups have more struggles than others, and you should always be sensitive to other people's struggles, especially minority groups, because we don't always understand, like, little ways that we've impacted them. I'm doing a paper on public shaming, actually, and sort of my tie-in to it for my presentation is about how I felt very ashamed of being queer when I was in high school, just because my friends would go around and say things like, well, I don't like girls at other schools because they're all, like, insert cuss word, or lesbians, and I would be like, what's wrong with being a lesbian, though? I don't understand. I don't really want to make this video to shame people or to, like, make you believe something, but I just wanted to call attention to a problem that's in my life, and I wanted to make a very sincere video, because I make a lot of just funny, random videos, and I wanted to tell you something that's important to me, so you can take what you will from it. But thank you so much for watching. Feel free to watch my other videos. None of them are political yet besides this segment. Thank you so much. May charm out. Bye!